Yeah, there we go. And we're about to, we'll make sure here. No, actually, I'm going to start it. Go ahead. I'm going to say, turn on the torch, light up the flame. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create again. Tonight, we're going to have um, the of all things to go on. Oh, you're on the main screen right now. Oops. Eating your cheesecake away. We're gonna have to change that screen real quick. There we are. Okay. Yeah, that's what they get to see. You eating blah 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 yum, yum, yum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we got about 4 or 5 people watching. We're up to 7. All right. Thanks for showing up, people. Um, we got the live video feed going on, and my daughter is here to draw the names from the hat. Actually, the numbers. She doesn't know who the names are. Hello, Renee. Nice to see you. I'm glad to see you made a live feed and typing into the audience instead of what you did. We won't tell everybody about it. You can tell them if you want to. Okay, now, uh, thanks for showing up. I've got a few things to talk about and a few things to go over, and I am going to take a few live requests. And also, again, the main thing of this is to give away to the 500 subscribers. We're already up to 533, as lazy as I am. What a cuss, right? But at least I'm getting it done. And that means we're 2/3 more to go to get to the 600 mark. And this time we're going to try to do it on schedule instead of waiting around until. But we'll get there. Um, thanks for showing up. We have, let's see how many in the audience. We got 6 people. Uh, Actually, I'm probably one of them, and my daughter's another. So we got 4 other people. 4 people here at the moment. Crazy's here. Thanks for showing up, Crazy. Crazy for Glass, thank you. And
I have my
let,
hat.
huh?
I have my hat with me.
Oh, you have your hat? You want people to see your hat? Let me get to that page too. Oh, I know what I've
Yeah.
got to do. We've got to we've got to do this in 3 different ways at one time here. I've got to take that and put that there so that people can see everybody all at once. Let's see. There we are. You want people to see your hat? A little higher.
Yeah.
Oh, what hat is that? Oh, a nice purple hat.
Yeah, the one I used last time.
Oh, the hat that has all the names in it. Okay. I think this is better than the random drawing because just the numbers that people have put on the Melting Memories page are going to be in this hat, and you do not have to be present to win. And it'll be a little bit of random. She doesn't know who the names are to the numbers, so
Yep.
I just gave her numbers. She put them on a little square and put them in the hat to draw them out, and we're going to wait on that just a little while, build up a little bit so people, we might get a few more people in the audience. Who knows? It doesn't matter, but at least we got some people showing up. Um,
I
if
think it's
we,
still me.
huh? It's still on you?
I think.
Okay. That's a
Yeah.
good idea. Let's switch it back over and only when you need to be there for the
Sure.
drawing, right? Right.
Here's the papers.
Okay. One of the things that has happened, I shipped that thing to in the last drawing to, of all people, Renee, and it turns out that those 2 different colored glass were not compatible, and I never sent her a replacement. So at this point in time, I am going to do a nice little black uh, toothless type dragon for, and I will switch over to the uh, other. No, wait, I'll switch over to the other webcam so that you can see the top of the torch here. And I need to move it over. There we go. Yeah, be more in the center of screen. And let's see. Go over here and see what other people are saying. Um, okay. Now, let's get on with this. I will start this, and then after I finish this, we will again do a request. Uh, we can do a couple of requests and stuff, and then we will do the drawing. Hey, Stephen, nice to see people are showing up for the event. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? Turn on the oxygen concentrator. Tonight, I'm going to work just with the 10 liter per minute, and see how it works for me. And if not, I can always add. That's the one thing about the torch is you can take away and you can add when you've got more concentrators sitting beside you. And right now I'm just going to work with the 10. And if I need to do if I need to do the other one, then I'll put that on the mix too. So let's see. Oh, just because I've got to see who's saying what on the screen, I've got to put my other glasses on too. I've only been using like the didymiums. I don't need the prescription and the didymiums, but to see what people are saying, I'll put both of them on. Anyway, now to make one of these things, it's a it's it's going to be made out of black or dark, dark blue, basically. If anybody has any questions for me while I'm doing my thing, I've got the chat room up in front of me and I can read and answer questions as we're going along. Right now, we're doing sort of like a toothless type. You know, how do you train your dragon? It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be a black, streamlined, toothless type dragon. My version.
I'm also able to read the questions.
You could read the questions too. Thank you for because you're in
It's
the audience. We're up to 8 people watching, which means there's got to be at least 6 or 7 others besides myself and my daughter in the chat room. So that's a cool
Yeah.
thing. And here we go. Going to do the body of this dragon. I'm going to get a little bit more going on for the main body, and then work ahead. The head is going to be about the size and width of the main body, but it's going to be narrowed down neck and go from there. Okay. Now we're going to do that's going to be about the size of the body right there, and then the tail we're going to add on afterwards too. So that glass from the last might have been incompatible. It might have been the colors. I don't know what the problem was, but like I said, I am here to fix that by making another one for you. Making all out of turbo cobalt glass this time instead of a little bit of that. There was like a dark amethyst or something like that I used, and the turbo cobalt. This one is just the one, not both. Okay. I don't know what the problem was. It might have been that I had a piece of soft glass with that or something. I don't know. Who knows? Now we're doing we're going to put some ears on this guy. First, we're going to put the 2 bumps in the middle, and then we're going to put the ears. I was looking at the picture of Toothless just before I got online today. So this should be a little bit more realistic than it was the last time. Not much, but a little bit. Here's the ears, one of them. And here's the other. Yeah. There we go. And I'm going to give it just green eyes. Actually, I'm going to flatten these ears a little bit and sort of flail them out a little bit to make them more like ears instead of. There we go. And I'm going to give it green eyes. This one's going to be a little bit different than my regular dragons too, because this one is a different style of dragon. But I am going to give it some nice green eyes, and I might even put a little black slit on its to give it the dragon type eye going on here. There's one eye. There's the other.
Close the door.
Flatten that a little bit. Flatten that a little bit. And then I'm going to put a itch. Why is it that you got hot glass in your hand and you get an itch? There we go. So this one's even better than the last, hopefully. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm right now doing sort of like a dragon, a toothless, as it were, type dragon. That from the how to train your dragon. We're gonna do the front legs here. There's one. And here comes the other. Remind me later to send you a pic of a mountain boomer. Okay. Oh, the from How to Train Your Dragons? Okay. Here we go. There is the second leg to the front of this guy. And now we're going to give him a few claws here. Like he has sort of like little toe dealies going on. And now, and then, no, and then, we're going to put some wings on the back end. Actually, we're going to put the back legs and then we'll put the wings on. Oh, it's a type of lizard there in Oklahoma. Okay. Somebody has to have them. Right? Right. And there we go. What are you doing with your microphone that you're scraping it all around there, girl?
Hmm.
You're moving your never mind. Oh, I don't have the didymium glasses on this thing either. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have it handy, and my hands are full of hot glass, so you're just going to have to put up with it, the glare and all. I just realized that.
The video is more clear than the scene I get, the thing I get to see from my view, not from the live stream.
Okay, that's good, I guess.
At least I could see it clear on the other one.
You think it's clearer on the actual YouTube video, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Than on Hangouts.
That's good. Must be the way that it's piping in. That's good.
Hmm?
Stuck it to the front legs. What's going on here? Okay, there's one toe. Well, that toe got kind of wonky. Let's take it down a little bit so that we can get more precision on the toes here. Like, okay, totally. We're gonna like go totally total, okay?
I can't wait to
I,
do the drawing.
yeah, we're gonna give it just a little while longer. Yeah, I know. Typing sometimes is kind of wacko, Renee. I understood you say Oklahoma. Oklahoma, where the wind goes running around the tree. Whatever. I know. Don't quit my day job. Okay, now let's bring this back up. Warm these legs up and get them all about the same length and size. There we go.
I'm not paying attention to the question.
That's okay. Amber's in Hangouts. Yes. Did you want to join in the group there, Renee? Is that what you want to do? You want me to send you a link so that you can get in here? Is that it? Well, let's get there. Hold it. We're getting this dragon looking really good too. I think it's getting there. It really is. I like the way it's going. I'm not going to put. It's going to be really streamlined. It's not going to have any, bumps down the back. I am going to put the wings on it right quick here, and then I'm going to tilt his head a little forward, and he's going to be sort of like almost in flight, and his tail is going to be where he's from his standing point. It's going to be interesting. I've got an idea. Let's just see if it works. If it don't work, oh well, huh? Okay, here we go. Now we're going to do the wings. Wings are really fun. When you start working with wings, you've got to just put them on their back, of course. And I usually do, for dragons, I do two styles. I do the one that looks sort of like my horse tails and my that type, and I also do this type, which I'm going to do right now, which is basically it's going to have uh, the actual flare out of almost three different directions. It goes out like that. Let's see, we're getting there.
That
What?
I just dumped out the numbers.
Well, put them back in. Now, if anybody has not put a number in for the drawing, you have about another couple of minutes. I have not pulled the numbers yet, but you have to put it on the Facebook page. Okay, Facebook Melting Memories page. I don't think you have to be a member to actually put something on there. But if you do, I'm sorry. Okay, we're getting to where we're welding in the the uh, the left wing really good, and now we're going to do the right wing and see if we can't make it set very similar to the left wing. Now let's get that one on there. Looking good, people. And I've got about another 3 or 4 minutes on doing this dragon, and after I finish this dragon, I am open for requests. You know me, I love to do them. Keeps my mind and your imagination going with me. So pick out something you like done, and I'll see about doing it.
I
As
might
long,
have something.
what would you like to see done, girl?
You probably haven't done it though.
Wings have been your bane. Yes, I know. We all have our weaknesses and our strengths. But you know what? I I I work around them. I try to work around them. It's just a matter of patience. And if you don't do it, there's 15,000 ways to skin a cat. You only need one at a time to do the job. And if one way doesn't work for you, uh, another way will. Give me a second. It looks like I've got somebody that wants to join Melting Memories page to probably tag in. Give me a second, people. I'm getting there. Let me see. How are those wings looking? I wish I could. I wish there was another administrator on Melting Memories page so that they can do it, but that we'll get there. Um, three things at once. Going to take a not a major break, but let's get that done.
I wanted you to do a face hugger, but I bet you didn't do it, the thing yet.
No, I haven't done the face hugger yet. Okay, let me get to this. We're going to. I'm doing three things at once. I'm approving someone to be on Melting Memories page, and it looks like I just did that. Give me a second here, and there is a couple of people that have uh, added to the numbers, and I'm only going to give the number, and my daughter is just going to write down the number, and we will get to the rest of it afterwards. Okay, add 86 to the number mix, Amber.
1 second. 1 second. Let me get ready. So 86.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there might be another one added very quickly when Molly wants. I think her name is Molly.
I'm just gonna stay by my station then.
Yeah, stay by your station, and we'll
My
get there.
station's on.
Okay, now we're going to do a cold weld here at the nose. I think he's looking really, really sweet. I did up the little bitty horns on the middle and his ears on the side like that, and we're going to put a cold weld right here, and we're going to work on his tail now.
Speaking of toothless, I have a toothless stuffed animal right next to me.
Oh, cool.
It's Mom's.
Double handful of beads, and you know how I love beads. Good. I am glad that you're getting people to want your beads, and that's sort of like an evolutionary thing. When you get people that want to buy your work, it gives you incentive to want to do more work. It's a vicious cycle. You make work, you sell work, you buy more glass, you make work, you sell work, you buy more glass. But you know what? It's a wonderful feeling to be able to say you've that's the thing about my glassware. I have literally had people from all over the world that have visited. Well, when I had shops in different locations, they visited, like here in Moorhead City, North Carolina area. They visited the shop, and they lived in Japan or China, or they live in Australia and England, and that means pieces of my work have gotten all over the world, and little pieces of or my little babies. It's pretty cool. I tell people that if it ever breaks, get it back to me. I repair them, and the reason I repair them, it gives me two things. It gives me to find out where my weak points are, and also it gives me visitation rights to my stuff to find out where all the good stuff. Okay, we got maybe another person that has added to the mix. Uh, let's see.
After this number, I'm gonna.
What's that?
After this number, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let Renee join the mix here on on the actual YouTube channel. If she wants to join, I gave her the little link, and we will go from there. And let's
I'm gonna
see.
get a drink.
You're gonna go get a drink? Okay.
Be right back.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Okay. Nobody else has added any numbers to the mix of that of the drawing, and we won't. Okay, I'm going to probably say this is the draw the cutoff point. Nobody else can join. So, and we will be having the drawing for this very shortly. And if anybody has any requests that they'd like to see me do, now's the time. I'm almost through with this guy and ready to go.
Okay, back.
You're back?
Yep.
Let's see here. We got that going the way I want it. Hopefully he should be able to stand. And I've got to sort of bring his head a little bit more forward. Oops.
Hi, Amber.
Hey, Renee, I'm glad you could join the crowd.
Me too.
Okay.
I still talk funny though.
Why do you
Now I have a now I speak hillbilly with a lisp.
with a lisp? You're learning how to
Yeah.
speak with the new teeth in. Yeah, I understand that principle. When I take mine out, I sort of sound like I got whistles through my teeth, whistles going on. But
They said that it might take me up to another year to learn how to speak again. I broke out my Russian text so I could practice my R's.
that is okay. We will let you get away with that. Okay, okay. Russian is
At least I don't have
language.
mouth anymore, right?
Yeah, I've been there, done that too. I still have problems with my teeth. Oops, we almost lost him under the floor.
Oh, stop dragon, dude.
He's doing okay though. I think he's doing really okay.
Look at that.
What?
That's so beautiful.
No, he's still not the way I want him. I'm going to try to get him to where he's going to stand on his tail like so.
Nice.
We're going to get there.
Did you have a lot of facial restructuring when you had your teeth done with?
No, I did not.
Man,
I didn't have
I've had to
bad.
reintroduce myself to people.
They don't know who you are?
No. No, I had a guy that I've shopped with for 2 years. He's got my number in a notebook to call me for, specialty birds and stuff up at Atwoods.
Uh-huh.
He looked at me like I was some kind of weird immigrant. He goes, "Oh, you colored your hair." I'm like, "Really, dude? I colored my hair?" Oh, look at that tail. That's so cute.
I'm going to bring his other back feet down, so he's going to tripod on his tail and his back feet, I think. It's one of those things you
Yeah.
learn, you do as you go, and you got to make it the best you can with what you got.
Yeah. Are you going to flatten the tip of his tail out into the point? That might help make it
Yes,
sit
I'm
better.
also going to, I was also going to do the arrowhead or the arrow tough design on the back of it, with the one red side and one.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Thanks.
Give him, more of the character of Toothless. Here we go. I think.
Well, I
Talk
got
about-
to tell you, when you made the last one, I hadn't had my teeth done yet. Now that you're making this one, it's a little more profound.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to curve this part of the tail outward, and we're going to put the arrow tuft type thing going on.
Nice. Yeah, I also said that I'm pretty much zombie apocalypse proof now. Have you ever seen a zombie with no teeth?
Oh yeah. A zombie that is going to starve to death. Is that what you're trying to get at?
I know, right? Be the first to go.
Okay. Oh, how did the Saturday show go? It was pretty good. It was a really an interesting crowd. It was a small show. It was like a I want to say almost like a vegetable stand in size. Just and basically
Your spot or the whole show? Your
Yeah.
spot or the whole show?
the whole show. It's really a small location, and
Huh.
it was fun to be there. And literally, I grew up less than a block away from. Well, one of my old stomping grounds when I was a kid was less than a block, 2 blocks away from that location, which is pretty
I'll bet
cool.
that was fun. Did you run
Yeah.
into any old friends?
Well, not that I can actually speak of at the moment, but there probably was one or two that actually saw me and didn't know who I was because again, I haven't lived in the neighborhood in a long little while either. So
Yeah.
okay, we're on. Whoa, that was not a good idea. Coldwell gave out.
Ah!
Coldwell
I gotta
gave
tell
out
you,
at the
man,
wrong
that
time.
Coldwell thing. Oh, it has made me cry on a number of occasions.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You just got to learn to there we go. We got the red on one side. It's a rusty red, but it's a red. And we got the
All right, smart. Edible glass. Okay.
and now we've got him finished.
That's so cool.
Talk about
Oh.
Is this it?
what's
All
the
I
matter,
have to
Amber?
say is thank God for your solo. Yeah.
I lost
Okay.
some of the numbers, but I found it.
You found all the numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you add? There was one more set of numbers to add. Did you add that set of numbers?
Yes, there used to be 22. Wait, what?
There was one number that we asked you to add that I told you to write down and add to since we've been on. Just one, right?
Yeah.
And you got
First I
that
had
in the mix.
22. First I had 22. Now I have 23.
What about
See,
86?
she can
Yeah, 80. Okay, you got it. 23, got it. Okay, now go ahead and draw one of those numbers.
Yeah.
And we're doing the, and it's only going to be one set of numbers this time instead of, instead of everybody in the
3.
neighbor. Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
3.
You'll have to do 3 when you hit 1,000. Okay, Lou.
When I hit 1,000, I'll do that. I promise. Okay, what's the number, my dear?
175.
175. Adam Manlove. And he is my student.
Congratulations, Adam.
Yeah, congratulations, Adam. He is my student over in Emerald Isle. And with that, I had sort of I sort of said, and I'll get me on the main screen here. I sort of said to myself that if it was one of the locals, there was like 3 or 4 people that were local in the drawing, and if their number came up, I was going to try to have them live here in my studio, and let them see me make it in person, which is what I'm going to try to do. Either that, or I might set up over at his shop and let him, because he's one of my students and he lives like 20 minutes away from where I'm at. We'll figure it out.
You should
And
do that anyway.
Huh?
You should do that anyway because he's your student.
Yeah, we'll figure that out as we go along. And oops, here I am. You were on the main screen and I was the one that was supposed to be talking. We'll get there.
It's at my end.
Yeah. At least you can see me over in the corner. That's a good thing. I didn't realize that. What would you like to see me do? That's the next thing in the list. Adam, congratulations, and I'll be getting with you. And I almost think that, matter of fact, I will. Amber, I know I said I'm only going to draw one, but Amber, go ahead and draw another number.
Okay.
Because he's so
Amber,
close.
why do you look like you're sitting in a closet?
Because it's just
Because
easier. Because as much stuff is going on at their place, it's just easier for her to be in her own little quiet studio. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
The number is 33.
33. Let's see who that one was. Oh, that is Gabe, I believe. Yep, Gary Buell Band. He's an artist with Torch Talk that I've been on many a Torch Talk hangout with him and chatted away, and he's an up and coming artist. He's really been at it about a year and a half, 2 years, and taken in about one or two of Bob Harley Dog's schooling lessons when he does a class or two, and he's really enjoying that. I noticed him at the last one, and he was like right there in the middle of the crowd. But congratulations, Gabe. I will get with you also, and we will probably figure out what you would like to see done, and you can do that live with me on my YouTube channel. I know I said I was only going to do one, but Adam's close, and we will do something for him, and we will do something for Gabe too. I'm just feeling generous. Anyway, so now let's go back to the live audience, and if you have a request, now's the time. What would you like to see me do? Amber wants to see me do a face hugger. I still need just a little bit more time on learning to do him, but
My grandmother's a big fan of Miraculous Ladybug. I would like to see, because I've been thinking about the turtles that we did and the sea turtles that we did. I would really like to make a really excellent ladybug that I could turn into earrings for her. Black on the bottom, red on the top, red, black spots, the whole 9 yards.
Ladybugs.
Yeah. Have you seen Miraculous Ladybug, Amber?
No, I have not
No.
seen that yet.
You should take a look at Miraculous Ladybug. It's really fun. It's a
Now-
formula cartoon meant for kids, but it's still pretty
Okay.
cool.
The only color that I have, well, all I'm seeing is oranges and lava. I guess we can do orange instead of reddish. Well, let's see, what color is this? That's close enough to the red. We're going to make this into the ladybug red here. And
Okay.
we're going to do the turbo cobalt for the body. So
what I was thinking was making a flattened Mariah and then the turtle shape on the top,
Yes,
putting them
yes.
together.
yes, but you would elongate it just a little bit for the body of the. There we go.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Let me go ahead and change back and switch over to the other angle. Where in the heck did that mouse go to when you want it? Oh, it's over here, and I need to be over here. It's one of those things. And there we go. Done. Save, and let's go on with this. We're going to make the ladybug.
At the beginning, I liked my cheesecake.
What's that?
At the beginning, I liked my cheesecake.
Yeah.
Do they do striker colors in Boro blue?
Huh? Striking colors? Yes,
Do they have
there are striking colors in Boro. There's a lot of them. I deal with some of them. Amber purple is one of the striking colors. There is some reds that are striking colors, and a few others that I can't think of right off the top of my head, but they do. You use them right, and they will strike. Okay.
I've been using some striker red in the soft glass, making the Viking beard beads and stuff. This came out pretty decent.
Yeah. Have you gotten an oven yet?
No.
No. Okay. You
Well,
might want to consider an oven if you're going to get some striking colors in the soft glass, because you know
Okay.
they really strike in well for the if you're using soft glass striking colors, unless you can flame it in, and that takes a little bit of finesse. I'm not saying it's
Lloyd had
impossible.
trouble with it. He really did. He had a lot of trouble
What?
with it when he first started with it, but for
Yeah.
some reason, it's kind of like pottery. It's just one of those things I just picked
Yeah,
up.
it becomes an
Of course, I
exponential
can't make
thing.
rings that match for a damn though.
What's that? What's that?
I can strike the red. I just can't make wings that match worth a darn.
We'll do 2 of them in a row, and then just put them on both sides of the body afterwards. You don't have to have it. There's always, 10,000 ways to skin a cat. You got to realize that. Good evening, Tamara. Nice to see that you joined the crowd. I'm right now making a ladybug due to Renee's request. I let her into the Google chat room that I have going on for the YouTube channel, and she's sitting there chatting away, and my daughter's there too. She just wanted to be part of the mix, which is a great thing. It's the only sometimes the only chance I get a chance to see her is through Google Hangouts and chatting away and finding out what she's up to and what boyfriend she has. That
did you catch that look on her face? Oh my God, you are
Yeah,
so
I
in
know.
trouble later.
Yeah, I know. I had to say it.
That was great.
Right now, I'm putting the dots on the back of the body to give it the ladybug dot look.
Right light.
And I'm also going to round that in. Let me see, where is it? Never around when you want one, but we'll use this one instead. This will work. I'm going to round in these dots a little bit more by pressing them into a marble mold to get them flatter and part of the surface instead of
Basically,
above the
you get kind
surface.
of a flat thing to lighten the weight of it, right?
What's that?
Well, it just seems like you're making it really flat and
Well, it's going to round
minus
into
on
itself.
simple.
Believe me, it's rounding
Is
in.
it?
It's not as flat as it is now. It was. It's rounding
Okay.
into itself and becoming a little bug now.
Okay.
I did
You're kind of doing a little bit of an implosion thing? Is that what you're doing?
not really implosion, just putting the dots on the surface of the glass, basically.
Okay. Can you take it out and put it up by the camera for just a second? Let me see what you're doing physically, please.
You can't see the dots. Well, you can, and it's all black because of the red.
What is the feed keep flipping? Okay.
What's that?
Oh, the feed keeps flipping between you and Amber. Oh, I see
Okay,
what you're
so
doing. Okay, groovy.
These
Thanks.
dots are you can see the different colors going on, but where you can see the black dots will stay black, but the rest of it will turn like the red color.
Red.
When
Yeah,
it's when this red is hot, it turns black.
Gray.
But when it cools down, it goes back to the color like it is down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going here. I've got somebody doing 3 other things at the time.
Y'all know the reason Lou lets me come in here is because I can talk almost as much as he can.
That's a good thing. It is a good thing.
Keeps you on your toes, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Now we'll put a cold weld near the back of this guy. And I'm going to add to the front and probably put some little antennae and some eyes on it. And a head, of course. So it can be headed in the right direction. I should have put the dots on after I put the grooves of the line of the wings going on, because I think some of the dots are in between the lines of the wings. So we'll forgive it this time. But
You'll know better.
yeah. I should be through with this little ladybug very, very quickly here, probably within the next 3 or 4 minutes. And if you have a request that you'd like to see me do, please enjoy your time and come up with an idea for me to do something like an elephant, a cat, a mouse, a swan, a bear, a whale, a snail, a unicorn, or a dolphin.
Unicorn.
Besides the peanut gallery. No. If nobody comes up with something, I will do a unicorn.
Gallery. You know, a fix for that thing might be putting a very tiny thin line, like a stringer line, down the middle of it, and then recarving your line for the wings again into that black line that you lay in.
Yeah, that would work.
That would be one way to handle it. I like the head you put on it. That's really cool.
Right now, it's looking a little like a tick.
Not where I come from.
Oh, your ticks are a little bit bigger, huh?
That's so why. No, I just have a white dot in the back. Well, we got a lot of ticks, but the most prevalent one is the one that's got a white dot in the middle of the back. This is where it carries Lyme disease, right pain in the butt.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to check you for ticks. Yeah. Can tell I'm a country western guy. Actually, before I met my wife, I thought if I died and heard country western music in the background, I went to the wrong place. But now it's like different story.
How's the honeysuckle blooming where you live?
Yeah, we have a few ticks too.
So honeysuckle blooming where you live.
How do I do what?
Is the honeysuckle blooming there?
Probably. I haven't been paying attention. I don't have any in my yard. The blackberries are in getting ripe. I'll tell you that much. The briar blackberries got a nice. Yep. I'm picking them out of my yard as we speak, and only in little bunches. And then I'm freezing the whole deal, and then I'm going to do something really big altogether when I get it all done and said.
You're a little bit warmer than we are, though, aren't you?
A little bit warmer, but it's actually it's a little lower temperature this year than normal for May. I'd have to admit, not majorly, but a little bit below normal. Okay.
My neighbor has had a lot of anthracnose on her blackberries, so she's not real happy.
Well, Tamara, to tell you the truth, I have not been on live doing too much shows anyway, but I've been in a little bit of funk lately, and I'm changing that. I'm getting out of it, and that's why I'm back on doing live, and I finally gotten to the point where I did the drawing today too. And again, congratulations to both. Gabe, if you're listening and watching, congratulations. I will be getting up with you and telling you you won the deal. And also Adam, he will be I will do something with him live. If nothing else, maybe give him a lesson online that'll be part of his winnings. No, actually he will win something. I will make something specifically for him because he won the drawing. So we will go from there. And we got Hey Little Ladybug. As we start going, again, somebody come up with something. If you don't, I gotta make a unicorn.
What about a Pegasus instead?
I can do a Pegasus too.
Yay! I need 2.
You need 2 Pegasus. You're no fun.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do a clear one. And then I'll add some silver to it to give it that nice gold yellow shine. How's that sound?
Okay. My friend Addison's sister wanted a Pegasus. She's in love with horses, and then I also want one. So.
No, you can't have one. I won't make one for you. You don't deserve it.
Then
That's a mean old daddy right there.
And she knows I'm not meaning it either.
One of the things that I got Lauren for Christmas was some what are those stir sticks called? The ones that you use for silver fuming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I picked some of those up. I got them just a bundle of crap to use for the shop for Christmas.
Great.
But that was one of the things I'd like to get in there and try, but I've got to get some use. We'll be able to do that with the soft glass, won't we? Or is
Should
that
be.
something that's
The fuming, yeah,
too
you
hard to
should
do?
be. I don't know. I have not really fumed much with soft glass, but there are probably
Okay.
some people either in the audience or what that. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Crazy. Thanks for being there. I appreciate
Hey, Crazy.
your support.
Yeah.
He said he's got to go, so I just saw that. Now with my unicorns, and I will. Amber says she needs another one, so we'll do one tonight. But you wanted a Pegasus with a unicorn with wings, or do you just want a Pegasus, Amber?
Unicorn with wings.
Okay.
It'd be a pegacorn.
Yeah. A Corinne, I think they call them too.
A what?
A Corinne. I think that's a Chinese name for them.
Or is it an alicorn?
Okay. And there's the mane for this unicorn with wings.
I watched
coming up. What's that?
some type of My Little Pony thing that was an alicorn.
Okay. Now, when I do the horn to the unicorns, this is a little trick that I've learned, and a lot of people like that twisted look to the unicorn horn, but this little trick will save you a little bit of time and give you a. Now, I'm going to do it. What I'm going to do is give this thing 4 corners, make it a flattened square stick like so. And instead of having, where you twist it and twist it and twist it to try to get a twist look to it, with these 4 corners, it creates the twist for you, and with less stress going on in the horn itself. See, now I'll give it. I'm going to heat it up and give it a quarter turn, and you can start to see that twist going on. And I'll give it another quarter turn, and yet another. And yet that is looking like I've twisted it about a half a dozen times because of each corner has its own little twist line going on, which is pretty cool.
When did you figure that one out?
Huh?
That's cool.
It's not cool. It's just I've been doing it a few times and I got lazy and didn't want to twist. You forget how lazy I am when it comes to, well, it's not lazy. I realize there's always a better way of doing something. You just got to figure it out.
That's really cool, man.
So that's my story today, and I'm sticking to it. Now we're going to do the legs to this guy, and we'll go from there, and the wings, and so on and so forth. I should be through with this guy in about 4 minutes. So if somebody has one more, actually, I've got all night. We can do about a half a dozen to a dozen pieces if they want to, without any problem. If somebody has a request, please don't hesitate. Just ask me. That's what I'm here for. And if you want to learn to make a certain animal and you haven't seen it on my YouTube video channels yet, or I might have, but you haven't seen it, and I'll do it right here, right now. That's what I'm here for. Give you an idea.
How would you do with a rhinoceros?
Huh?
How would you do with a rhinoceros?
Oh, pretty good.
It doesn't even have to be. It could be a flat rhinoceros. I'd like a rhinoceros pet. That would be really cool.
We'll work on that too. Amber, what did you want to say?
I have all night. Well, I sort of had to have till Mom gets home, so I have most of the night, 10:40 or 10:50.
Uh-oh. But you need your beauty sleep, girl.
I don't care for school.
Huh?
I don't care for school.
Well, I didn't say school. I said your beauty sleep.
I still get up on time I need to.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Hi, Amber.
Shh. She rules that house. She knows
I
it.
see that. I just want to know when she's going to start working glass.
Well, when we get to living together again.
Her mama's still doing any kind of glass, or did she quit all that?
She quit that long before she even left me. She liked doing it, but then she didn't like doing it anymore for some reason. She got frustrated. When she gets frustrated, she sort of quits.
Yeah.
And that's where the difference is. If you get frustrated with something and set it down and come back to it later, eventually, and beat the challenge, then you're good.
Yeah. My problem has been digging the gravel out of my face and all that stuff. When you're in pain, you can't think, and I don't want to take any chances of hurting myself really badly.
Yeah, I hear you. Don't blame me there. Pain is not a thing that sometimes if it's the only thing you have to deal with, it can be extreme.
6 weeks I've been in survival mode. This is pretty much the first time I felt like I could contribute an intelligent conversation to a video. So I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
No problem. I'm glad that you could show up, and I hope that we can get back to doing some more lessons live again too, because I miss that. It's been a really crazy winter, believe me. And I know that.
Totally, I get it.
A cardinal, Tamara. Birds are not my specialty, but I could. Well, not this time, but I will work on one, and I will. When I finally think I've got a cardinal down, I will tell you that it's going to happen. Okay, Tamara. Sorry about that. I can do birds, but I can't do specific birds because it's kind of hard. I can do a black bird because I've got plenty of black, and I do have red for the cardinal, but to make it look, they're so streamlined and they're so sleek, and you got to have the look of a cardinal going on to make it, exact. But with me, you got to have character to something that you can know that it's like my horses here. It doesn't look exactly like a horse, but you already know it's a horse, and you know that it's it's going to have wings too, but it's got character.
That makes sense.
I can't explain, but cardinals, most birds are very streamlined and very. I was able to do hey though. I'll have to admit that chicken from Moana.
Well, now you're gonna.
What's that?
That's more than a cartoon. That's not really a bird.
No, that's a chicken. That's a chicken, but I was able to do it.
I'm still waiting for you to give him to me.
I know. I still have him. I still have the controller. I was cleaning my table actually, and I found the controller.
You still have some stuff to give to me.
That
And
is really cool, man.
and here's the sword that I was supposed to give to Brian too, sitting right here. It's on my table. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Now let's go back real quick. Let's go back real quick, and it's not the best looking it's not the best looking ladybug in the world, but it's a ladybug.
Started. It just started.
Okay.
It's a little more like a scarab beetle.
Now that I will do, Tamara. I will do a jellyfish for you. It's basically my bloom shroom, but a little bit different going on. First of all, I'm gonna fume this really, really quick. Let me see where I got some silver fume going on here somewhere. On one of these steaks. Here we go. Is this it?
Silver on a stick.
Actually, silver on a boro stick, and it's a little bit different. Got to warm it in a little bit.
Have you seen that comic that he has a puppet that he calls Peanut? He also has a jalapeno on a stick.
Jeff Dunham. Yeah.
Jalapeno on a stick.
On a stick.
Jalapeno on a stick. Do a little dance. You got guacamole. Salsa.
I love Jeff
For
Dunham.
some reason, I don't
He's
get
a good comedian.
Yeah, I've enjoyed him quite a bit.
Okay, let's sort of press this a little bit, get the silver to where it's on the surface. Oh, good, we got a spot. And now we're going to, we got to do this here. There we are. Now, when I do the silver, it is better to do it with a single flame going on, and instead of I usually have the oxygen going on and on the back outside ring also with most of my oxygen concentrators because I don't want it to stress out the oxygen concentrator. But when you're doing silver, you need a single flame oxygen source going on, and it really does make a difference. As you can see, just a second ago, that horse was nice and clear, and then just a little bit of silver that's on this little piece of glass here, fuming over to the other piece, and you've got one shiny thing.
Look at that. That is so pretty.
Little bit of silver goes a long way. I mean, you're talking a tier less than a pinhead of silver, and I've still got plenty of silver there to go on to about a half a dozen, 2 or 3 other things. So it's not a waste at all.
Huh.
Now,
Yeah, I could have noticed you kept that in motion the whole time you were putting the fume on it.
what's that?
I noticed that you kept the piece moving the whole time that you were silver fuming.
Yeah,
it.
you're bathing the smoky fume coming off from the flame, and you got to do a 360 on the whole piece there to get it just right. Okay, now we have had a request that I think that I'm going to do, which is a jellyfish. Now we're going to do this I wouldn't say the hard way, but we're going to do the jellyfish. We're going to actually make some stringers, thin some stringers, and put them onto a rod, and then we're going to encase that rod. We're going to do this straight from scratch, basically, to do this jellyfish. The string is going to be red, or I guess you could say the little tentacles coming off of the tentacles coming off the jellyfish are going to be red. It's like a rusty red color. Okay.
That'll be cool enough for you to handle the work in just a few minutes, right?
Yes. There's one. I'm going to do a half a dozen of these just to make sure that I've got enough. Here we go for another. I should have this done in about 10 to 15 minutes tops from start to finish.
Should I go ahead and
Even
draw
making the
numbers in my hat?
What's that, Amber?
Do I need the numbers in my hat?
No, you can take the numbers out of the hat. The hat, the drawing is over with, and Adam won, and also Gabe won, and I'm excited for both of them, and I will get up with them later. So it's like I'm not being objective. She didn't know who the numbers were to what, and it wasn't until she pulled the numbers out of the hat she knew what was going on. So. This is sort of like a randomizer machine, but it's a personal randomizer machine. Okay, people.
I didn't even know who was in it, so.
Yeah. She didn't know because she doesn't have access to Facebook either. So all she has access to is YouTube, which is interesting.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. Okay, now we're going to take these stringers, which is just a little on the warm side. And we're going to go ahead and put these stringers.
Hey, Lou, say hi to Lauren.
Hey, Lauren, I'm glad that you showed up.
For a minute or two.
A minute or two? And then you got to get gone again, I know.
I got to get some food still.
Food? No, that you can't do that. I won't let you. You've got to starve to death.
I haven't eaten in 8 hours. I got to get some.
Ouch. Yes. I would be on the floor after 8 hours. I definitely need some type of sustenance going on. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. I put a couple of tentacles here or tendrils going down on this jellyfish. So far, I'm going to put another layer of clear and then put some more tentacles on the outside of this thing here.
Thereby creating the space between different layers of tentacles. I see.
Yeah, several different layers of tentacles going on. And with that, we are going to stretch it a little bit after the fact, and so that this is thin out just slightly, but it should still be pretty good. And then I'm going to encase those tentacles too, the second layer. So this is all layer for layer, done for done deal here. What I'm doing is I'm heating up and encasing these lines of tentacles that I have just done. And now I'll add another layer of the tentacles. Some people just have one layer. I'm just doing this double layer thing because I can, okay? Don't, you know, and it's going to work really, really nice, I think. I like to put a little bit more detail into something if I can from time to time. The chat room has not been too chatty. I hope that people are still, there's a few people still watching. We're good.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Lou, I don't
Anyway.
see the chat at all. To the right of the screen,
Yeah.
I don't see any chat.
No,
I don't see any of the bits.
chat. No, in the Hangouts you do not. But I have.
Oh, okay.
I am actually on the chat room page there, on YouTube, watching people as we.
I turned mine off. I can turn it on. Turn the
Yeah,
volume
no,
off.
I know because of your limited bandwidth that you've had in the past. I understand that too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Sorry.
I forgot.
It's been a while, dude. And I've slept since then. No, I've done hard narcotics since then.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
No, Precious. It was not fun.
I know. Narcotics is not a good thing. Even when I had my hips really, really bad off, I would do naproxen. I would do Tylenol, and sometimes when
Yeah, I gave myself ulcers with that crap.
and sometimes when it was above and beyond the Tylenol and naproxen can handle, I did take a quarter of a codone to a half, and sometimes I took a whole one, but not often at all. In other words, I tried to stay away from the mean hard stuff.
Yeah.
But I had my hips replaced. I had one replaced and one resurfaced.
It helps me a lot when I'm dealing with the worst of it to know that other people have had to deal with much, much worse.
Oh, yeah.
Having my teeth removed is nothing compared to having your hip replaced.
Yeah, I actually saw on YouTube the other day, or Facebook the other day, they did a demo on how they slice it, break out the bone, it was all a cartoon. It wasn't actual live feed, thank heavens. Some people have probably lost their lunch otherwise, but okay. This is kind of bulgy and kind of big, but as we stretch it out, these stringers are layered, so it should turn out pretty good. Just a matter of bringing it down.
So you're making another stringer?
I'm not going to make another stringer out of this. This is going to be basic bottom to the jellyfish. And it's got several layers going on, of course, but it doesn't have to be, really. It's sort of like if you've watched my video on my bloom shrooms, this is a bloom shroom, but instead of having a solid one stem, I did all of these tentacle layers going on to make it for the multiple layer. I mean, for the tentacles, and it's basically multiple stems instead of the single stem for the mushroom, basically.
I've seen your bloom shroom. I tried doing that once. I ended up with a marble. An inadvertent marble.
A marble that didn't look like a bloom shroom, by sure.
No, it did not.
Actually, Now we're going to do the top of this bloom shroom. And I'm trying to think what would be a good color. We've got the red going on for the tentacles.
Oh, green. You need a light green.
Well, let's see. Okay. Let's try this. This is going to be a solid color, and then I'm going to put some spots on the top of it. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this works. Now, basically with the, just like the mushroom, I do a basic top going on. And it's only going to be about that long. I'm going to be breaking the rest of that off, and we're going to work that into another jellyfish later on. Okay, guys? So don't worry. And now I'm going to roll this a little bit.
Like
What's that?
It's just a very short, fat one. I said it still works like a stringer. It's just a short, fat one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to put just another little bit of a layer going on here with this top. I have missed having a live audience. I have to admit, it is always an influx into me that people are watching what I'm doing and being part of it. So it's fun, and hearing that, chatting with them instead of being a one individual in your own little world doing your own little thing. You go to a chat room like on the Facebook Torch Talk Hangouts that they have. And also other places like that, and have more than one glass blower in the chat room. The funniest thing about going to those type of chat rooms is the torturers are too busy doing their glass blowing to actually talk. Now what I'm going to be doing is layering clear on the top of this jellyfish, but I'm also leaving just a little gap at the bottom of the base or the cap of this jellyfish to sort of draw it out a little further than the actual, in other words, it'll bloom out a little bit like my bloom shrooms to give sort of like a little bit of a rim to the jellyfish. Okay? And then from that, we will add another encasement over the whole thing so that it will then it doesn't bloom out completely right to the rim, but it will have its own little layer to go to. Okay, let's see, about right there will be good.
I made a whole bracelet.
What's that?
I made a bracelet.
Cool. That means you've got that artistic talent from my side of the family. No, your mother has a lot of artistic talent too. You know that, don't you?
Yes, well, you guys were
Just look at her. Just look at her birthday cakes and stuff. You know she's got talent. She took all 3 courses at Michael's, which is pretty cool. They have a cake decorating class here. They had a cake decorating class here in town. It was fun. I went to the first one. Now we're putting a little bit. What's that?
Did
I
you
wonder if
send
they
it?
teach basic baking.
They didn't really teach the baking. They taught the decorating. In other words, you brought the cake in and decorated the cake while you were there. The cake you baked yourself at your own convenience or leisure.
Yeah.
I'm going to add a little bit more clear to the top, and then I'm going to let it all round into itself and find its layer. Now, where these two sort of have a peak and a valley going on, the 2 peaks and a valley, it will all sort of smooth out to one level. And as it does, the rim of that jellyfish will level out with the same as the rest of the peaks there. It's kind of weird, but it works. Let's do this. It's coming out now. Just a matter of letting it all melt together. Oh, guess what? I have an incoming phone call, surprisingly. Who is it? Oops, I missed it, and I don't know who it was. I'll get back to them. That's all I can do because 2,000 things to do.
Don't worry. Don't worry. It was Anna from the cruise lines letting you know you were on a free trip.
Probably.
That or they've discovered that your business is pre-qualified for a $500,000 loan.
Oh yeah, I'll take 3 of those.
And then leave.
And leave, yeah.
Just sign your name to this piece of paper.
Find me the Caribbean jackass. Sorry. The husband got on to me. Just, hey, you know, keeping it real, yo.
Compounded,
What is that, Amber?
compounded every 5 seconds.
It's a loom for loom bands.
Ah, Sokane. Very cool.
That's how I made my bracelet.
That looks like this is going to look really pretty. Yeah, I think it's going to do out really, really nice.
Color should I do?
I don't know if you guys can see that. Well, let it cool down just a little bit, and then you can see the glow of the body itself and the rim, how it came out. There it goes. You can start to see the rim of the jellyfish going on.
That is cool.
There you can see
Have you
that.
done interviews with that Lucy or Illuminati?
I have done things with the I have done some jellyfish with the Illuminati. They turned out pretty cool.
Told you they would.
We got about 3 or 4 people watching besides Amber and myself. That's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, not too many comments. So
I noticed everybody's sort of awestruck by what I'm doing here. Oh, pretty. Okay, now we're going to work on the bottom of this guy. I'm going to put a loop on the top here, but I'll put that on later. And now I'm going to try to let the bottom sort of round out a little bit or round in or whatever. It's looking pretty nice, I think. I will have pictures of this on the Facebook Melting Memories page, and also the ladybug, and also the unicorn with wings. Do we have any other requests out there? We can do one more thing, and then we're already looking at an hour and a half that we've been online. That's interesting. That's surprising, but it's fun. But I have the time. Tonight I have the time, and I'm going to take it. And yes, some people are saying, oh, get it over with already.
I have a lot of time, so
Okay. That is looking fabulous. Fabulous. We're going to leave that just as is. It's rounded down quite nicely. There was one other thing I wanted to try to do, if I can. And you know I'm not going to be able to because I want it to be done now. Right. It's not going to be around where I want it when I want it. So, oh well. Wait a minute. Here it was in this stuff. I think it was in this stuff. Was it in here? Oh, I heard that screech all the way from over here. No, it's not around when you want it. Never mind. We'll live without it for now. Okay. And here we go. We're going to just now put a cold weld at the bottom and do a loop on the top, and we're going to call this quits. Any requests? I feel like
Just a rhinoceros.
I feel like
go.
You got to go.
No, for you not to go. That's my request.
Okay. I sort of feel like Ferris Bueller's teacher. Anyone? Rhinoceros. Okay, Rhino it is. Hold it. Somebody is calling me again.
This is it.
Go to work, huh? Hello? Hello? What? I don't even know who it was. Never mind. Who knows? Okay. Now, I'm going to tap that off, fire polish it, and we'll get back to that and put that right where it needs to be. That turned out nice. Tap it off.
Don't worry about the rhino, Lou.
Huh, what?
Don't worry about the rhino.
What?
We'll do it another time.
Yeah, I will be doing one very, oh, that didn't. I will be doing one very shortly. Promise.
It's okay.
For
I really
small
wanna learn how to-
fee, I'll put it in with the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't get the didymium lens onto the camera, people. I'm going to have that handy all the time from now on because I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm going to try to do it twice a week, not more.
Me.
Very cool.
So, if not more. But
Yes.
I think that'll be one way of getting subscribers going a little bit faster and more furious. But my goal, all-time goal, is to get at least 1,000 before the end of the year, and that will put me in another bracket with YouTube that I've got that many subscribers and be able to make more money and even advertise on my channel, which is a different story.
Well, hey, me and you got to work on our comedic timing, dude.
My what?
Me and you, we got to work on our comedic timing. Maybe we can get together and do a, was it Laurel and Hardy? Who's on first?
That's Abbott and Costello. Where have you been all your life?
Oh, man. My
We'll forgive you
movie
this time.
cred is gone.
Your movie something is gone. I don't know what. But we'll get there. Now I'm gonna try to do one more thing, and guess what? I won't be able to find the didymium glasses anywhere, will I?
Probably not. I am gonna have to go. Love to see you guys.
Okay, Renee, it's been great. Tell Lauren I said hi. I'm glad that he was able at least to come in and give a quick wave and say I'm alive. It's good to see you guys. I hope that you can join in with the ruckus going to be going on this summer. That everybody's, that we're going to get in and do some glass blowing. So I hope you can be
Hey,
there.
we're still doing the medieval fair. I hope you're still planning on coming.
That's going to be a different story, but I hope to try to get there. But it's getting off the time off and also some other things going on. But I think it could probably
a long
happen.
trip.
It's a long trip too.
Yes, that would be amazing.
So
All right, Amber, it's good to see you, dear, and I will see you guys next time. Okay.
take it easy, Renee. Thank you for showing up. Bye for now.
Bye.
Now, without further ado, I think we're going to call this quits for the night. And again, I will have pictures of the Night Fury, the Ladybug, the jellyfish, and the unicorn, which I did while we were on live, and have it up on the Melting Memories page very shortly. I'll do a video. And if you're interested in one of these, just give me a shout out and we'll see what we can do about getting them to you. Well, the dragon's already spoken for, but the rest of it, sort of up for grabs.
Well, yeah.
No, actually, I know
Hey,
who owns the Pegasus. Yes, I know who owns the Pegasus. Yes. We'll get there.
Can we talk after the video?
What's that?
Can we
Yeah.
talk after?
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and shut down this, and I will go back inside for a little bit, and we will talk in another Hangouts group, okay?
Okay.
Without further ado, people, as I always say at the end of my things, enjoy your day. And my latest one is, of course, Carpe Vitro.
Wait, I want to say one of the things you normally say sometimes.
Okay, go ahead. Say it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share. That's one of the ones you say sometimes.
What's that?
Don't you say like, comment, subscribe, and share?
We'll get there.
Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know.
I love you guys, and thank you for being out there. And I enjoy your company. And there will be many, many, many uh, videos to come. And share, click like, click subscribe, and if you want to know when I'm doing the live video feeds, you have to click on the announcement thing next to the subscribe button. I haven't figured all that stuff out, but it's about right here on your thing. So thanks for being there, people, and until next time. Oh, I'll tell you one that I used to love to hear on. It was E.G. Marshall. He used to do a radio mystery theater show on the radio, and he'd say, as he went out for the evening, he'd say, "Pleasant dreams." So enjoy yourself.
Oh, randomly, I'm still alive. Okay, I guess I'm still alive, so bye. Alive. Bye. I'm just randomly still alive. He didn't turn off the whole thing, so bye.